Okay, this is a quick video, just giving you an overview of the duck coop in the duck yard that we have here. It's August 2015. A lot of these ideas for this yard I have stolen from around the net from a lot of ingenious people that came up with lots of great ideas to take care of ducks, because in some ways they are harder than chickens, in some ways they're a lot easier. But anyway, so we wanted to build a system that was really easy to clean up the ducks and also really easy to maintain and could allow us to leave for a certain amount of time. So I just wanted to kind of go over that system in this video and thank everybody for all the great ideas that they posted on the internet, because this is kind of accumulation of those. So what we have here is a duck yard is 15 by 16. A little over 300 square feet. It's about 7 feet tall. It has hardware cloth all around it. On the bottom of the duck yard, surrounding it by about up to 4 feet, we have 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch hardware cloth. And the hardware cloth goes all the way down to the bottom, and then it actually bends out a full foot. And I'll be staking those in with 1.5 stakes. This is to kind of predator-proof it, so if a predator comes up to the fence, they won't be able to dig underneath it to get into the duck yard. Above it, there's 2 inch by 3 inch hardware cloth to kind of protect from other predators, hawks. I don't know if we have hawks, or raccoons and foxes are known to actually climb up duck yards and enter from the top. I know people sometimes use poultry netting and they can just tear right through that, so we used hardware cloth. This is the back of the coop. The coop is 3 feet by 8 feet, insulated at the top and the bottom with a PVC roof. It's got ventilation holes in 5 different areas, and should provide more than enough comfort level for the ducks, regardless whether or not it's the summer or the winter. We're in zone 6B here in Maryland. So like I mentioned, I wanted to build a coop that was easy to maintain, so we put this coop on stilts. It's about 3 feet up in the air. That allows me to just kind of walk up to it, open up the door, and clean out the inside pretty easily without having to bend over. And I could just take the stuff and chuck it into a trash can and use it for compost if that's what I want to do. There are 2 doors to allow me to access in the front and the back. Here we have the door. We have locks on the eye hooks on the bottom and on the top, and we will have a lock here. Spring loaded here, so automatic close in case I walk in here and forget to close it. The ducks won't just walk out on me. So this is a yard. So one of the things you'll notice right off the bat is we have sand. Sand is good for 2 reasons. One is makes it really easy to clean up behind the ducks when they're pooping all over the place. And the other reason is that it actually filters all their waste so that you don't literally create a hazardous waste zone underneath your duck yard. Right next to the duck yard, this used to be my garden, and I just basically added joists and bases to it. This is where my garden is now. But the sand provides that. You have to at least put 6 to 8 inches of sand in. So this is about 7 tons of sand to fill this all in. So here we have the coop. We have a ramp that goes up to the door here. Ramp's 8 feet long, cemented into the ground so that it won't actually sink over time. The door is on a tracking system. You can basically just grab the rope, slide it open, and let the ducks in and out. Now, in terms of the watering and the feeding of them, these are some more ideas I found on the net. This is a guy came up with this idea. It's basically gravity-fed system where you put some 4 inch by 3 inch right angle PVC pipes in and basically just fill this trash can up with feed. And I don't have it all the way filled up, but when I do, basically it'll just gravity fill itself and keep filling up these little chambers, and they'll stick their head in there and just keep eating, and it'll just keep filling itself. This is another kind of self-watering mechanism where you basically just fill this up with water, put some bricks on the bottom to weigh it down, and these are watering cups. Basically what happens is the ducks put their little beak in here, press down, and it fills up with water. So they have constant water anytime they want it. I created a test system over here with a preen bucket to give it to them to see how they did with it, so that they would recognize it, so when they come in here they immediately see these orange watering cups and go right for them. Incidentally, these are type 300 type A watering cups. Somebody on the net did an actual trial of 6 different cup systems and found that these were the best, and that they work actually really well in the winter too, in terms of concerns about freezing. The idea with this system is I'm actually going to be taking a water heater, putting it into the tank in the winter to keep the water from freezing. One of the misnomers about ducks is you need a pond. As you can see, I have no pond, but what we do have are these buckets filled with water, and all they basically need to do is be able to dunk their head into some water and clean out their nostrils and their eyes. And if they do that, they're pretty happy. So this is probably going to be my biggest maintenance issue here, are these buckets, because they're going to make a mess out of this. I guarantee you that. They're going to be jumping in there, sticking their head in there, and it's going to need to be cleaned out and refilled. So I'll have to come up with an idea to make it easier to do that in the future. In terms of future ideas for the coop, I'm going to be bringing electricity to the coop so that we have a light system inside the coop, so they get 16 hours of constant light regardless of what the season is. That'll be on a timer. Also, there's a great video that somebody used a car antenna and hooked it up to a sliding door like this, and by hooking the antenna up to a light sensor, they could basically program it to open the coop and close the coop depending upon what the light was outside. So that's another idea that I'm probably going to put into work, so that I don't have to worry about coming out here in the morning or at night or when it's freezing or when it's storming or whatever. It'll just do it itself. There's plenty of shade in this area, so the ducks should not get overheated. Then the other idea, of course, is a pond, and I'll probably be putting a pond right outside this side of the fence with a little gate that they can get into. But that's not an immediate need, but probably something I will do because I'm a sucker anyway for ducks. So this is the duck yard and duck coop. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And again, thanks to everybody for all your great ideas out there in the worldwide internet, World Wide Web. All right, that's me signing out.